Okay, we are making a sculpture out of Model Magic clay today. And this is a cute little sculpture of a piece of pumpkin pie that you might want to make for Thanksgiving. So we are taking a package of Model Magic clay and just using half a package for each person. So I have my daughter working with me today, and we're each going to get our half package open, and I'm going to break off a tiny little piece to save for the white for the whipped cream on the top, and that piece actually gets rolled back and forth. And then one end is smaller, so it kind of gets rolled to a point. And then you roll that up, curve it around, and that becomes your little piece of whipped cream. The other two pieces are going to be used for crust and the filling. So kind of a small piece for the crust and then a bigger piece for the filling. Okay, so for the crust, or sorry, for the filling, I'm going to flatten it out. And then I'm going to color it orange. My regular Crayola markers, and then I'm going to fold it in so that the marker ink stays on the inside of the clay. We don't want to get it all over our hands, so I say fold it in like a taco, and that way taco meat is the marker and that stays on the inside. Then I do the same thing again. I just flatten it out. And I color it. And then I fold it in. So we have an artist whose name is Claes Oldenburg, and he was born in Stockholm, Sweden in January 28th, 1929. And he actually died in New York City, New York, July 18th, 2022. And his kind of art was called pop art or modern art because he made things that were popular. Everybody knows what a piece of pie or a piece of cake looks like. He made big sculptures, soft sculptures, and a lot of times they were food, things that everybody would recognize, like ice cream sundaes, or a hamburger, or a big piece of cake. So 3 times of this flattening, folding, and coloring is usually pretty good. I'm going on my 4th here. And then I'm going to mix it up. So you keep doing the coloring, folding, and flattening steps until you get a good color that you like. If you want it to be more orangey and less white, then you have to color it again. Doing a nice job. Squish it along the inside there. Okay, I like this color. This is good enough for me. So I'm just gonna roll it into a ball. And then just sort of flatten it out just a little bit. And then I'm going to pinch one end for the point and flatten the other end for the back. You can also, if you want to make it flat, you can press it down on your table so you get a flat edge back there. Okay, so I got a good triangle shape. And then I'm going to take my crust piece and I'm going to color mine brown. Probably won't have to do this one 3 times because I want it to be lighter. Do you want some help with making your shape? Okay, so roll it up into a ball. Okay, and then you're just gonna flatten it up just a little tiny bit. Okay, that's good. And then you're just gonna pinch one end. Good. And then the other end is just gonna get flattened out. So we're just trying to make triangle shape. Okay. So back to my brown. I just colored this piece once, so we'll see how it turns out. So you're gonna get your crust piece, flatten it out, color it, fold it in. I don't really want my crust to be too dark, that's the thing. I actually like a lighter crust on my pumpkin pie, my real pumpkin pie. So this is a decent color. So I'm just going to break off a small piece for my bottom layer of crust. I just need a small thin layer. Good. You're going to fold that in. So I'm just going to flatten it out and just sort of pinch one end. I'm just going to hold it over just to see if it's big enough for my piece of pie. And that's going to go in the bottom. A little bit off here. So I'm just going to stretch it out over to the side there. Didn't have it quite in the center. Okay, and then my other piece is more like a square shape here, but then with my crust part hanging over. So as long as this is kind of like a square shape, I can connect it on the end here. And then just sort of pinch my edges like I would with a real crust. When I go around and make a real pie, I go along the edge of my pie plate and I just pinch. I'm just going to slant this back just a little bit because I know that my pie bowl, the sides are slanting out a little bit. And my pie, of course, is going to be the shape of that. And then I'm just going to add on my whipped cream. And there I am. I'm all set with my piece of pie. So, yep, break up a little piece for your crust bottom. Here, you can take that. And give me a little bit more back. Okay. So the bottom is just flat. I'm just going to add that on. And then I can just sort of smooth out the edge there. And then my other piece, all of it, all the rest of it. Okay. Gonna flatten that out. And just look, attach it to the end there. So you're just gonna, why don't you do that? Just smush it on the end there. Good. And then we're just gonna fold it down a little bit. And pinch the edges. And just gonna add on her whipped cream. Okay, do it right here so everybody can see. Yep, and then one side gets a little bit thinner. Good. And then roll it up. Super cute. Just rest it on top. And there we go. I'm just going to flatten that out part right there. And that is beautiful. Great job. Hope yours turns out great.